It's me, Oxide Fox, and today I'm going to be showing you a couple of the projects that I got going on, and definitely going to be a lot of jumps in this video, jump cuts, just because I got a lot of things going on, but not much to talk about each thing, so I'll just compile it all into one video. But definitely got some neat stuff going on, like this guy right here, this Dodge Ram Charger. Yeah, definitely more of the Mad Max style, over the top. Got the thunder sticks up here, which are just based on random aerosol cans, soup cans, anything that you could pack explosive into and then throw like a spear or something. Yeah, pretty much got that idea exactly from Mad Max. Actually just cut up strips of band-aids for this wrap. Probably still gonna do some more custom work to give these more character. Got these, I'll see if they focus. These resin, or no, not resin, 3D printed aerosol cans. These ones here and these ones here come from Iceman Collections. He has a eBay page and has all kinds of cool 3D printed stuff, engines and characters, all kinds of stuff. Great diorama stuff. Made this crazy mount system to get all these in there. Got the front bumper that sticks way out. Had this cool idea to have other various bumpers cut in half. Trying to give it a random look. Got some side pipes there. That's a spot that always gives me trouble coming up with cars, is how to run the exhaust. But I think these work pretty good. These are just old AMT custom parts that came in. I think these are actually vintage 1960s era. Engine. Oh yeah, got a little, that's actually a Band-Aid. Just a sticky part of the Band-Aid stuck on and a bit of glue to keep it from peeling up. Like the idea of some like heat absorbing material. And the engine, can't really see it, but there's not really, so far it's just stock. Probably just do little touches, make it look worn. Extended the radiator, the coolant line there. Don't know exactly why it got shorter. Yeah, still don't know what I'm going to do with the grill. Maybe put some headlights in there. Or I could still put the original grill back in there. Don't really know yet. Simple roof lights on top. Definitely jack this one way up. Gotta make supports there and figure out what I'm going to do in this area here. And these wheels are actually from Tamiya. They do like, I don't know, like those little robotic kits you can buy, and they have like extra pieces for them or add-on pieces, and these tires were in there. But I had to do a lot of modifying with them. They were actually hollow, so I got like another tire that I fit in there and trimmed them, and yeah, not the best look, but they actually look pretty good. Definitely something different. And that'll do it for this one. I'll jump to the next one. The AMT bulldozer. Yeah, finally, this is something that I thought about for a while. Actually, no, I didn't. I was at the hobby store and I'm like, damn. And it was honestly a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, making this thing was not easy at all. And the instructions were awful. None of the parts were numbered. Yet they were on the, in the instructions they're numbered, but on the trees there was no numbering. So you just kind of had to figure it out. But yeah, definitely went for a car body draped over it. So this is going to be post-apocalyptic for sure, like a Mad Max tank kind of thing. you know, probably armor up different spots, because this is going to be an easy target, but it's going to be slow as hell, but you know, so it's going to need some really good defense, protection, and all that. Yeah, I just went crazy with the like acrylic rusting paints and all that. And yeah, pretty good for my first time using a lot of these products by, I think, Vallejo, and just what other stuff I found at the hobby shop. Just started experimenting. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Most of this is all movable. These pins come out. This is removable. Tracks are pretty good. I'm still kind of nervous about them because they rely on these little teeny plastic pins that are molded into them, and I'm assuming they're really fragile. This is working pretty good now, but every now and then it'll bind up, and that's pretty flexible. And yeah, it's just a neat project idea. Something different, and a ton of paint work. This was a kind of a nightmare to paint. And who knows how long this is gonna sit on my the shelf of purgatory of projects that I'm you know, who knows when I'll finish. But I'll show another big project right now. Boom. A war rig. Big, crazy, over the top. You know, straight from Fury Road. Furiosa would be proud to drive this thing. Yeah, I'll just go through it kind of quick. Big, crazy extended bumper. Original engine in there. Extra radiator. One huge, like, NHRA style top fuel dragster engine. Stock cab. The die-cast body. Got the exhaust stack slanted back. The back of this thing actually opens, which is pretty cool. That's one of the benefits of working with some die-cast stuff. Other than it being a pain. Cut a hole in the front of the tanker there so I could put a staircase and it could come up here to the top. And yeah, this was a neat model that I recently bought. It was actually a pre-owned kit. Like a secondhand kind of thing, but at an actual hobby shop, which was cool. I love the bargain bucket kind of stuff. So, might put something cool in there and decorate it. Extended the chassis in the middle, added an extra axle. Still got to figure out differential and drive shaft situation. Used a bunch of old hoods that I had laying around that I probably won't use. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing, so we'll see how it works out. Just gluing random hoods on as protection. Got the rear wheel set. Originally it was like way back here, but I didn't really like the way that looked, so I slid it in, and it looks pretty good now. I actually really like it. Then got the ladder in the back. This 59, I think. Yeah, I think this was a 59 El Camino, but it was just a bunch of pieces that I got in a bargain, or just a huge like junk lot from a friend's dad. Actually, it was real cool of him to think of me and buy all this stuff. Yeah, so not much different on the other side, just some different hoods. And this one is obviously going to be a ton of work, but it's kind of neat working on these projects because I can finally start throwing tons of parts and pieces that I've had sitting around forever, and finally get them out of this huge, massive pile of stuff. And now I'm going to show you one of the next projects that I'm working on right now. And here it is. Got a 1/18 scale display case. I got a ton of these for free as a gift from a friend that I know. I'm gonna try my best to pronounce his name right, but I think it's or the name that he goes by is Fusion, or I don't know. It's difficult. I'm sorry, I totally mispronounced that. Or he also goes by Wrath and all that, different persona names. But yeah, so this is something that I'm actually building to actually give it him as a thank you. And it's one of my older models, just a 69 Nova, actually. Definitely one of the cooler, more original, or OG models from my fleet. And went for this really muddy terrain, just experimenting with different products and all that. And this is just a foam board, which is, let me reach over here, make a big mess of it. This stuff, just pink building insulation. It's light, it's carvable, you can sand it, use a wire brush, shape it to any shape you want. Made kind of a little worn out groove here. These are just dead plans from back when I used to do that whole garden railroad thing back when I was in high school. And yeah, so these are actual live plants I had in my garden. Now they're all dead and dry and they look perfect for this kind of stuff. And just last night I cut up some tires, stuck them on there. Still gotta put a little bit of mud around here. Cover up the glue, make them look like they're sunk into the mud. And like, this is actually turning into something that's really cool. And you know, I'm really glad that it's turning out this well. You know, because that was really cool of my buddy to do that. I'll put his name in the description below. I'll look it up, and you know, thanks again, dude, because that was really awesome. I'm going to be making more things kind of like this, because I have like 13 of these cases or something, which is, you know, just awesome. And now I just got to try not to mess it up every time I put this on. Ta-da! Alright, now I think maybe one or two more, and I'll show you that next one now. Alright, got another diorama. I don't know why I tend to pronounce words a bit differently when I'm filming, who knows. But yeah, so this is that stacked up van thing. I'm pretty sure I've shown this before, kind of like a lookout post or something. But the base of this wood is just like a simple, like a craft thing. I actually got this at Walmart, at all places. And this stuff here is, it's just, what is that, plaster of Paris? Just a dry powder, mix water with it, makes a plaster. And I just put some wood on the side, and then poured it in, and then poured a second layer. And then just started chipping away at it, and it actually chipped away real easy. In fact, that's what all this white crap is you see everywhere. And, yeah, I wanted to go for like a desert mesa kind of look. But, oh yeah, I had to look up, because the plaster is still porous, so it would absorb all of the paint. So I had to get a gesso, I think. Gesso is the type of paint they use to seal up this kind of stuff, and then you could start painting it. Used all acrylic paints. Now, it looks really good, but I just recently started noticing that it's like kind of soft, and yeah, it's like peeling. So it's like the gesso didn't really adhere to the plaster all that well, or maybe I'm just doing it wrong, or you know, who knows. But yeah, so this is just the start of it. Probably put some like dry bushes and some tires, a chair, maybe put like a satellite dish or a radio antenna, just, you know, little things, probably some mounted guns, you know, just a neat little post-apocalyptic idea, kind of something like you'd see in the game Rage. That's what it reminds me of when you just find those little outposts with machine guns on them. Yeah, this man I actually got from Crash and Cinder. He's on YouTube as well. Got that in a trade. Whole bunch of stuff for that one. This van is probably one of my first... Yeah, probably one of my first van models I ever got, this old Dodge. And got the staircase here, random cloth. Yeah, so this is gonna be a pretty neat thing when I'm done with it as well. And I'll show you one more thing right now. And here it is. These Gundam robot kits. Recently got into, you know, figured these things were kind of neat. And of course, gotta put a little HO scale model car as the head. It's totally the Magus XLR. You know, it's just a neat idea. I thought it'd be really goofy and crazy. Yeah, I went for this one and ended up painting it, making it look like some sort of a junkyard, scrapyard kind of machine or something. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about these a bit more in another video if there's a lot of interest. Still gonna paint this one up, weather it, put more of the kick-ass little model train graffiti around it. And just, you know, put my own spin on it. I already started taking pieces off to give it more of a older beat-up look. Even made a few hands for it. It comes with different hands, but there's some funny things that I know I could do. You know, of course, throwing up some horns. Yeah, actually cut apart this one hand and modified it. I could just imagine him parking the thing like this at the end of the day, getting yelled at by his manager. Yeah, it'd be neat to see what people think of these Gundams that I've been trying to do. I really have no idea anything about these. It's kind of tricky to get into it because I know there's like a fierce cult following for these, and these are obviously characters or characters machines, and probably got tons of comics, cartoons, TV shows, movies. They're probably really well known, so you know, it'll be interesting to see how people think of this kind of stuff. Yeah, these are just little model train diorama pieces, really detailed, and 1/87 scale, and this guy's 1/100th scale, so not quite there, but you know, I have a lot more freedom with what I do diorama wise because there's a bigger market for this HO scale train stuff than there's for this more like N scale, which this would be a 1/144. Yeah, it'd be kind of neat doing some more of that stuff. Yeah, so leave that there, and actually I think I'll do one last show you guys one last project. This one I actually finished right now. Alright, and a lot of you guys have seen this in my previous videos, this old vintage AMT kit of the 1960 Lincoln that, you know, I got because I actually have a real 1960 Lincoln, and I finally finished it, and here it is. I ended up going for red rather than the blue that my car was, because mine's a Premier and this is a Mark V. Also, this is a 2-door, mine's a 4-door. This has that cool backwards slamming glass. And even though it says 1960, the taillights are a bit different on my car, so who actually knows? But yeah, so this is neat, just an old promo that ended up rebuilding like a model car, because you could find some really cool makes and models in the forms of these promos. And that'll leave it for this video. Man, 25 minutes to edit. Huh. well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching these videos, and can't wait to see your comments, read through them, and I'll try to reply to as many as I can, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.